Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ruchakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Shalom also to the Akim, pushing this word in sincerity and in truth, and to the speckled bird across the four corners of the world, and to the few sisters who are listening. To you I say Shalom. Lord willing, this will be an edifying lesson on the brother Khadashia from the GMS Chicago camp, coming back at you with another lesson. And as you can see the title of the lesson, I put, what kind of Israelite are you? All right, and this title came through inspiration, just meditating on a couple of things. And first and foremost, the title really came from that one scene in the movie Civil War. All right, when they get stopped by that one guy, and basically the guy tells him, I'm an American, but then the guy tells him, well, what kind of American are you? All right, and so right now in these last days, I took from that saying, and now I'm applying it to this ministry, because what kind of Israelite are you? All right, see, right now with this truth going out to the forefront, and reaching the ears of many of our people, there's a lot of Israelites proclaiming that they are, Yasharallah, all right, and so on and so forth. But what kind of Israelite are you? Do you believe in the Messiah? All right, are you fully persuaded in the scriptures, man? All right, what kind of Israelite are you? Are you a prosperity doctrine Israelite? You want to get comfortable right here in Babylon the Great, man? What kind of Israelite are you, man? All right, because to us, look, you could tell us all day that you're an Israelite. You could be shalawaming in the comment board. You could be doing all of that. But look, at the end of the day, man, we're just men. All right. And the one that you got to prove to that you truly believe and have faith on, you got to prove it to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. You got to examine yourself and prove whether you be in the faith, man. You don't got to prove it to us, man. We're just men, all right? We're also fighting for that same penny, man, all right? But the Lord put the Spirit on us to teach. And so we're going to teach because we've been allowed to be entrusted with the gospel. And so we're going to teach, man, all right? Not as pleasing men, but the Most High, which trieth our hearts, man. We're here to please Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. We're not here to be, you don't got to tell us that you're an Israelite, man. All right? And if you do tell us you're an Israelite, we're going to check you, bro. What kind of Israelite are you? Do you believe in the Messiah? Well, break down Revelation 13 and 16. What is that talking about? All right? Because every other Israelite group scoffs that, man. They scoff Revelation 13 and 16 in that breakdown, man. So what kind of Israelite are you, man? All right? It says right here, Galatians 6 and 15. For in Hamashiach Yahushai, neither circumcision availeth anything, nor uncircumcision, but a new creature. All right, so we don't care if you know that you're an Israelite, man. See, back then, that's something that during the time of Paul, that's something that Israelites held as like I'm part of the circumcision. I grew up as an Israelite. But really, the thing that mattered most at that time, and really especially now, is that you become a new creature by having faith in Yahushai. If you truly have faith in Yahushai, man, you're going to let go of that old man and become a new creature. You're going to be born again. And all of that comes through the word. All right. And see, a lot of guys, especially a lot of Israelites that are waking up in these last days, they don't want to become a new creature, man. They don't want to be born again. They're not desiring the sincere milk of the word to grow thereby. All right. It says 1 Peter 2 and 2, as newborn babes. That's what you are when you first wake up. When you're becoming a new creature and you're putting off the old man, and you wake up to the fact and knowledge that you are an Israelite, you're a newborn babe. And as a newborn babe, what are you supposed to do? Desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. This word is what's ultimately gonna establish you in the faith, man. This is what's gonna get you rooted and built up. But see, a lot of guys, they want to deny that, man. They don't want to go through the you know, they don't want to be going through the discipline, and ultimately, you know, the fear and dread that discipline, that wisdom brings upon you, like it says in Sirach, the 4th chapter, man. All right, a lot of guys don't want to be, you know, going through that, because when you come to this truth, man, best believe that you're gonna be tried, man. You're not just gonna touch this wisdom and this word and expect to just be the same old man that you were in the world. No, there's a new standard, man. All right, so what kind of Israelite are you? Are you a new creature? Do you believe in the Messiah? Are you living by faith, man? All right, are you an Old Testament only Israelite? If you are, then get the fuck on, man. We don't care that you know that you're an Israelite, man. What kind of Israelite are you? All right, because there's only one. Look, the true Israelites that are going to be saved are the true worshipers that are going to worship him in spirit and in truth. The Lord does not care that you know you're an Israelite, bro. It's about becoming a new creature and really displaying that faith by what? Newness of life. We have to walk in newness of life, man. What do you think? You think you're just going to repent and be doing the same things you were doing in the old, you know, as an old man? No. See, a lot of dudes, what they do is they proclaim that they're an Israelite, and then they try to bring in their worldly habits into the truth, and it just doesn't mix, because they just start to, you know, they start to stick out like a sore thumb, man. Because the scriptures say, real quick, it says, mark them which cause divisions. It says right here, Romans 16 and 17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. All right. So if you ask a guy, well, what kind of Israelite, what type of Israelite are you? And then guess what? If they're causing divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine, if they're teaching against Yahushai, if they're teaching like this guy from Sakari, you know, their head guy, they said that, you know, attention all Hebrew Israelites, all right, you know, we may be here for another 1,000 years, man. See, stuff like that, you got to mark guys like that are teaching contrary to the doctrine, and avoid them, man. All right. You know, those guys like that, man. See, those type of Israelites, man, those are worldly Israelites. Those are Israelites that ultimately have not became new creatures, man. All right. And that whole group really, it's just been like in a whole, you know, it's like the folly Olympics over there, man. All right. It's like every week they beat the previous folly that they did the week before. Like, it's like a let's see who could set a new record on the folly. All right. It's like they're going folly for folly, man. They're just fucking, that's what every fucking time you hear about that camp or their leadership or whoever, it's just a bunch of folly, man. All right. And that's not what we're here for to do, man. We're here to do all things unto edification. We're not here to be captivating the people with all these different nice words and trying to make merchandise out of the people. And that's why, look, man, that's why I put the title of the lesson, what kind of Israelite are you, man? Like in the movie when the guy said, well, I'm an American, and the guy asked him, well, what kind of American are you? Well, if you comment on our videos and you tell us you're an Israelite, well, what kind of Israelite are you? We don't care that you know you're an Israelite. Are you a new creature? Are you, what are you here for, man? Because if you're here for anything else other than the truth, you clicked on the wrong videos, man. We're not here to entertain you. We're here to give you the scriptures directly and correctly. And if that's boring to you, you could go fucking kick rocks, man. All right, go click on IUIC. Go click on, you know, they love to talk about adultery over there. All right. Go. You wanna be entertained for the next 1,000 years? Go click on Sakari, bro. You wanna listen to some rap music or podcast? You wanna go listen to them then. All right. You want to be coddled and told lies? Go listen to these other groups then, bro. Go listen to these guys that are sitting down with Vocab Malone, getting hugs from him. All right? We're not here to do none of that, bro. We're here to do all things unto edification, man. All right? It says right here, it says 1 Corinthians 14:3, it says, but he that prophesieth speaketh unto men to edification and exhortation and comfort. Which, we look, there's no time to waste, man. The time is getting short. All right? The time is getting short. And as we see the day drawing near, how much more are we supposed to exhort one another daily, edify one another daily, put up these lessons, which these lessons, they're comforting through the Spirit, man. They exhort you to continue to keep going, man. All right? They edify you, man. Build you up through the Spirit. And that's what you need to be doing, man, right now. You need to be rooted and built up. Because if you're not rooted and built up for the times to come, you're going to be fucking through, man. Do you understand that? Guys like that saying that we're going to be here for another 1,000 years. Do you not see the signs playing out in the world? Do you not see the collapse of America here already? Do you not see this place circling the drain, man? You see Jacob's trouble on the horizon. You got the MOTB about to be implemented. You got World War III about to break out. All hell is about to break loose in this world. And you got niggas saying that we're going to be here for another 1,000 years, man. See, guys like that are not preparing you for the times to come, man. Guys like that, ultimately, those are worldly Israelites, man. That's why, look, man, don't be so impressed by a dude that just says shalom. And there's a lot of niggas that know how to say shalom. There's a lot of niggas that know how to say Khan. There's a lot of niggas that know how to call you Ak. There's a lot of niggas that know how to, that know the name of the Lord, man, and they're still fucking going off on the doctrine, man. Teaching things which they ought not to teach, man, whose mouths must be stopped. We're here to ultimately teach unto edification, exhortation, and for comfort, man. As we wait for the second return of who this world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. We're waiting for Yahushua, man. And when Yahushua comes back, look, it's going to be very violent, man. All right? You don't want the Lord to remember mercy in his wrath. You don't want the Lord to deliver you in those times to come. And if the answer is yes, if you want the Lord to deliver you in those times, then fucking get right, man. Repent. All right, get rooted and built up, man. It says right here, Colossians 2:6, as ye have therefore received Hamashiach Yahushai the Lord, so walk ye in him. So as you receive the Lord, walk ye in him. We're not telling you to, look, man, these other guys, they're telling you you need this fancy cameras. They're telling you that you need a big ass garment. They're telling you you got to be a Hebrew and a Hellcat. Look, man. Though all those things are superfluous, they're just doing too much, man. The ministry is very simple, and these guys are beguiling you from the simplicity that is in Yahushai. This truth is very simple, man. All right, as you have received Yahushai, the Lord, so walk ye in him. All right, you're not here. The Lord didn't tell us that we got to be the best podcaster, the best this, that, and the third, the best merchandiser, the best. That's not what we're here to do, man. We're here to edify and feed the flock. We're here to make sure that we're rightly dividing the word of truth, and that we're ultimately holding ourselves to the standard, that we're keeping our body under subjection, so that we ourselves, as we preach, we're not castaways as well, man. Look, man, this truth is very heavy, man. And we got to ultimately carry our cross. This truth is about suffering, man. As we patiently wait for the Lord and as we preach this word, we're going to suffer, man. That's the truth about it. That's why we must be rooted and built up. And if you think this truth is not about suffering, man, and it's about, prospering in America while it's collapsing, then you got the wrong idea about this ministry, man. This whole YouTube and, the platforms that we use to bring out this word, they're all they're all for how do I put it? They're all for like Apostle Gabar puts it. They're all a means to an end. All right, because eventually this whole YouTube thing is gonna stop, man. The famine of the word is gonna come. All right, the digitalization of money is coming. What are you Israelite leaders gonna do with all this merchandise you when the money goes digital and all that merchandise that you've been making? Well, you got to cross over into the MOTB system to make merchandise out of the people. What, you're gonna tell your congregation to get the MOTB so they could pay you? See, a lot of you niggas are fucking you niggas are using this ministry for the wrong reasons, and this is all gonna come to an end very, very quickly, very, very soon, man. All right. That's why you should not be impressed by a dude that says he's an Israelite, that says Shalom. Look, you gotta really pay attention to what these dudes are saying, man. All right. Mark them which cause divisions contrary to the doctrine. All right, and avoid them. All right. You got a guy saying Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, but then in the same breath he tells you that the MOTB is sin. No. Do not listen to that guy, man. That guy is gonna fucking lead you astray, man. All right, that's why you gotta, like it says right here, verse 7, rooted and built up in him and established in the faith as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Hamashiach. And see, that's ultimately what a lot of these other guys in these other camps, what they try to do to you, man. They try to spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit. And all that philosophy and vain deceit, it comes from their own desires and them trying to fulfill their own belly, because they know that if they tell you these lies, well, I could make merchandise out of this person. I could tell them this. All right, we're going to be here for another 1,000 years. So, just give me your money, brother. Just, I got these fringes for you. You just buy these fringes off of me. They're 100% cotton. All right. You could buy a Hebrew name from me. It's all good, man. Don't worry about nothing. See, guys like that, man, they got to come up with shit to sell you stuff, man. See, that's the thing about being a huckster, man. When you're a huckster and you're out there making merchandise out of people, man, you're always gonna find yourself, having to finesse people in order to get their money. All right. Who do you think we are, bro? You think we were not in the world at one point, nigga? You think, when we were in the world, we wouldn't supplant people, all right? And like, come on, bro. You think we don't see you, nigga? You think we don't see you finessing Jake, using this ministry as a hustle, man? Come on, man. I was a nigga in the world, man. If anybody knows how to hustle, bro, Jake knows how to hustle, bro. You're telling me you think we don't see you, nigga? You think we don't see you, bro? This is Sirach 26 and 29. A merchant shall hardly keep himself from doing wrong, and an huckster shall not be freed from sin. Look, bro. Matter of fact, there's another one that says right here, Sirach 27 and 2. As a nail sticketh fast between the joinings of the stones, so does sin stick close between buying and selling. And see, these guys that use this ministry for all buying and selling and making merchandise out of brothers and sisters out there that are really hungry for the word. All right, a lot of them are falling into this they're really getting beguiled and buying breakdowns and buying basically just getting they're being getting made merchandise out of, man. All right, they're being used. All right. And see, guys that are in that type of business, see, this is a business to them, man. All right, this is like an entrepreneurship for them, man. All right. And sin sticks close between buying and selling, man. All right. It says, I'm going to read this again. A merchant shall hardly keep himself. Sirach 26 and 29. A merchant shall hardly keep himself from doing wrong. And that's what these guys are, man. They're merchants. They're just trying to sell you breakdowns. They're trying to sell you fringes. They're trying to sell you this, that, and the third. All right. When the scriptures tell us, freely you have received and freely give. Did Yahushua ever sell a breakdown? Did Yahushua, before he healed the person, you could imagine that, bro. Yahushua would always ask, a person, does thou believe that I can do this? And, they would answer, yes, I believe. And then, he would tell them, thy faith has made you whole. Can you imagine the Lord telling somebody, oh, okay, you want me to heal you? That is going to be about 2 denarii. Yup, 2 denarii. What about that woman that spent 12 years, 12 years with that blood, that issue of blood? She spent all her living on physicians and doctors, but she had faith that if she just touched the hem of his garment, that she would be healed, bro. So here it is, a woman that spent all her living. Imagine if Yahushua told her, oh, well, I felt some virtue leave my body. You're going to have to give me 3,000 denarii. And you could, what? When was Yahushua ever charging for anything, bro? You niggas got a lot to pay for, man. This is Matthew 10 and 8. It says, heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give. All right? That's very simple and plain, man. Freely ye have received and freely give. All right? So don't be so impressed by these guys saying that they're Israelites, man. Really, look, you got to try the spirit by the spirit, man. You got to see what they're talking about, man. Don't be so simple out here, man. This is another thing. That's why you got to ultimately be like the Church of Berea as well. You got to search the scriptures to see whether the things that we're speaking are really true, man. All right. Hey, I'll be watching Apostle Tahar, I'll be watching Apostle Ramla, but watching the apostles, man. All right. I'll be watching, the elders, man. And they'll be going into something historical, and I'll actually look it up, man. I'll go into multiple sources, make sure that it's on point. All right. And I'm like, damn, bro, like the elders are bringing it out, bro. And what is that for? It's so that you could be fully persuaded, man. You don't want to be just a guy that's a parrot just repeating everything. No. You got to actually go and do the research yourself so that you yourself could be fully persuaded, man. The apostles always say that. Don't take our word for it. Go look it up. Do the research, man. And when you do the research and you line it up with the precepts, it matches up. These niggas are over here saying this, that, and the third, and then they just want to debate you. It's a podcast. Let's go on a podcast. Let's do a debate. No, nigga. And they get paid for that, man. It's all a money grab. It's all about money and selling and this, that, and the third and making merchandise, man. Which that's not what the truth is about. Freely ye have received, freely give, man. That's why, you can't be so impressed by these dudes claiming that they're Israelites, man. That's why I put the title of the lesson, what kind of Israelite are you? What kind of Israelite are you? Do you believe that the MOTB is the micro C hip? All right. Do you believe in reincarnation? What's the name of of the Most High and His Son? That's another heavy thing right there, man. That a lot of Israelites have been going off on, man. The name of the Heavenly Father and His Son. They tell you that the name of the Father and the Son do not matter. But Acts 4 and 12 tells you that there's no other name given among men whereby we must be saved. So the name is very important. You got Israelite camps telling you that the name is not important. You know how fucking wild that is? This is 1 John 4 and 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of God, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. All right, so you got to try the spirit by the spirit. And ultimately, all of that comes through what? You as a newborn babe desiring the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. If you desire the sincere milk and you start reading the scriptures and you start, studying to show yourself approved, you're gonna be able to ultimately, like the scriptures say, it says the ear. Let me see if I could get that. You're gonna ultimately be able to discern, man. All right. It says right here, Sirach 36:19, as the palate tasteth divers kinds of venison, so does in heart, meaning your mind, of understanding false speeches. So if you have a heart of understanding, which how are you going to get understanding? It says through thy precepts I get understanding. All right, let's get that as well. Through thy precepts, meaning through this word. All right. So how are you going to understand that a dude is giving a false speech? He's giving a false breakdown, going off on the doctrine. How are you going to understand that he's going off on that if you do not have no understanding yourself? And you get understanding through the precepts, man. It says right here, Psalms 119 and 104, through thy precepts I get understanding. Therefore I hate every false way. So you get understanding through what? Through the precepts, through the word. All right. So when you hear what certain guys are teaching, if you have this word laid up in your mind, in your heart, and you truly are studied up in the word, and you're able to rightly divide the word of truth, you're gonna be able to discern when a guy is giving a false speech. That's why we always tell you, brothers and sisters, man, and encourage you to not take our word for it. You actually have to go read, man. Go study. Be like the Church of Berea. Go look up what the word Berea means, man. I'm not even going to tell you. Go look it up, man. Go look it up. All right? You should be in this word, man, so that you don't get beguiled. All right? This is the holy scriptures which are able to make you wise unto salvation through faith, which is in Yahushai HaMashiach, man. All right. It says right here, Job 34:3, for the ear trieth words as the mouth tasteth meat. All right. And your ear got to be trained up to hear these things, man. Your ear got to be trained up. And ultimately, the only way your ear is going to be trained up is by hearing the right doctrine and being in the true, following the true leaders, man. Following the true doctrine, man. All right? Which, starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, look, we have the 100% truth, man. All right? And I'm fully persuaded that we have the 100% truth, man. So when you hear these other guys going into the word and just fucking going off, man, the only way you're able to discern that is if you yourself have read the word, man. You got to read and know the word yourself. All right? You got to actually devour this wisdom, man. You can't just be, No, man. You got to actually be here with your hand on the plowing, man. Reading, studying, making sure that you are not simple. All right. This is 2 Ezra 8:4. So answered I and said, swallow then down, O my soul, understanding, and devour wisdom. And that's the spirit that, Ezra was in, man. He was in the spirit of what? Devouring wisdom. All right. This truth is very heavy, man. This word is very heavy. All right. And there's a lot of guys that are mishandling this word and telling people that they're Israelites, man. All right. Which, look, they're going to have to pay for that. All right. Because us teaching is actually a very heavy, scary thing to be teaching, man. That's not a light matter. We got to make sure that we're rightly dividing the word of truth. We can't just be, winging it, man. All right. It says James 3:1, my brethren, be not many masters, knowing that we shall receive the greater condemnation. Let's get that in another translation. All right. Because us that teach, if we're not on point with what we're bringing out, we're gonna receive the greater condemnation, man. All right, we could suffer judgment because of what we're teaching. All right, says James 3:1 in the NIV. Not many of you should become teachers, my fellow believers, because you know that we who teach will be judged more strictly. So, knowing that we who teach will be judged more strictly, how much more should we be careful in handling this word, making sure that we actually study it and that we know what we're talking about, man? It says 2 Timothy 2:15, study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. All right, so you got to rightly divide the word of truth, and all of that comes through the studies, through you actually going into the word and actually asking questions, dealing with the brothers. All right, sacrificing your time to actually know the word, because the scripture says, buy the truth and sell it not. How do you buy the truth? You got to sacrifice time. All right, time is money, brother. All right, well, guess what? You got to sacrifice your time and buy the truth. All right, you got to give your time unto Sophia, man. All right, which for those of you that don't know, Sophia is just another way of saying wisdom. It's just the Greek way of saying wisdom. All right, you got to give your time unto this word, man. All right, and that ultimately, all of that is gonna help you get rooted and built up in Yahweh Shai. It's gonna help you get ultimately, it's gonna help you become a new creature, a true worshiper, man, a true worshiper that is gonna show forth the praises with understanding, a true worshiper that's gonna worship the Lord in spirit and in truth. All right, so that when a guy tells you you're an Israelite, you in your mind you could say, well, what kind of Israelite are you? Now you're gonna be able to test the guy, see what type of person he is, if he really is an Israelite, man. All right, if he really is, about what we are about. All right, because a lot of guys say that they're Israelites. Well, what kind of Israelite are you, man? What kind of Israelite are you? Do you believe in the Messiah? All right, what do you believe about the Messiah? Some guys say that they believe in Yahweh Shai, but then they tell you that Yahweh Shai was not there in the beginning. See, like those guys from the Sons of Thunder camp, they proclaim, they bring out Yahweh Shai, but then they tell you that John 1:1 that wasn't Yahweh Shai. So what kind of Israelite are you? Do you believe that the MOTB is is the micro C hip? Do you believe Esau is the self-proclaimed white man? What do you think about Daniel the 7th chapter? What do you think about that? Break that down. Who's the fourth beast? See, a lot of guys, you start asking them questions, they start to get shooken up because you said you're an Israelite, nah? Well, what kind of Israelite are you, man? You got to put these guys to the test, man. All right? Try the spirits, by the spirit. Really see what are they talking about? And if you perceive that that man has no knowledge, the scriptures tell you that, man. If you perceive, let me end it off with this. This is Proverbs 14:7. Go from the presence of a foolish man when thou perceivest not in him the lips of knowledge. So if you could tell it, your guy tells you he's an Israelite, all right, well, put him to the test. What kind of Israelite are you? And once he starts to speak foolishness and you perceive that the lips of knowledge are not in him, just fucking walk away from that guy, man. I had a nigga tell me that he was an Israelite, and then out of nowhere, he started breaking down Revelation 13:18, and he started saying that, yeah, man, the 666, man, that's yeah, man, 6 protons, 6 electrons, 6 neutrons, man, that's the melanin. I started dying, bro. I started laughing in his face. I said, nah, bro. I said, you know what, man, I'm on break at work, bro. Like, I need to go back. I just went back to work, man. I was not about to sit there and listen to that nigga break that down like that, bro. I was not even about to. I was not even about to correct him either, man. I was at work. I don't know anything about being an Israelite. Why are you talking to me about this, man? What do you know about that? What Israelite? You gotta look, that's another thing too about knowing this truth. You gotta be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. When you're out here dealing with these people, a guy tell you he's an Israelite at work. What is that? You gotta, that's another thing about being wise, man. You gotta learn how to play stupid sometimes, man. Jake be finding out there an Israelite that they want to fucking curse out everybody at work. Chill the fuck out, man. All right? You gotta, look, man, there's a lot of niggas waking up and know that, there's a lot of niggas that know that they're Israelites, man. All right? But the Lord is looking for that remnant, the true worshipers that are going to worship him in spirit and in truth. The Lord is not looking for somebody that's giving lip service, talking about he knows he's an Israelite, man. The Lord cares about what? You becoming a new creature, man. Circumcision doesn't avail anything, neither uncircumcision, but a new creature, man. You got to become a new creature, man. You got to put off the old man and put on the new creature, man. Become a new man. All right? You got to be born again. And all of that comes through the word, man. See, there's a lot of Israelites that have not been born again, man. All right? So what kind of Israelite are you, man? A guy tells you he's an Israelite, ask him that. Ask yourself that. What kind of Israelite am I? Examine yourself, man. Prove your own self, whether you be in the faith. So that when another nigga comes up to you, man, telling you he's an Israelite, you could prove that nigga, man. Oh, you're an Israelite? Oh, okay. What's Revelation 13 and 16 about? That nigga's gonna freeze up, man. All right, so with that, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai.